Good morning, class, and welcome to English 100, Spring 2024. I am Michael Zimmerman, and I am your instructor for this spring session. A reminder that we are conducting this class fully online. There are no Zoom meetings, no in-person meetings. So, with that in mind, it's important that you have a level of responsibility, right? Uh, I will be in contact with you weekly, often multiple times per week, but you need to be staying on top of the workload and paying attention to what's coming around the bend. So with that in mind, I just wanted to send out an initial greeting video and kind of go over some of the most important aspects of our class so that information will help aid you in staying on top of the workload. Okay, so this is what you should see when you log into our Canvas page. We have over here we have home, announcements, modules, assignments, discussions, grades, quizzes, people. So then on the right, you have your to-do list. You should definitely be keeping an eye on that. And then here in the center of the page, we have a breakdown of the semester. Essentially, we have our syllabus, which links to a Google Doc, which you can take note of and look through multiple times. Kind of breaks down some of the information that I'm going to be going over. We have our video communications tab, which is where I'll be posting videos that I make and send out to you. Also, I will be, posting these videos in the announcements page, all right? And then we have the 4 units that we'll be working with over the semester. There's 4 units, and they're each building on concepts and strategies for writing argumentative nonfiction essays, all right? So we start with summary, and that's a very focused, concise description of someone's argument, all right? And that means we are reading something and understanding it and processing it, and then writing our own summaries of these arguments to explain to our reader what the most important aspects of it are, okay? Then Unit 2, we're building on summary and adding assessment. So assessment's all about examining and analyzing the strengths and weaknesses of an argument, okay? So we're adding to the summary. But notice that summary is still there. So that's an aspect of the strategies and approaches that we'll be building on and adding to. And then Unit 3 is all about summary, assessment, and response. So we're still summarizing, we're still assessing, but then we're adding a more personal and a more kind of response that's developed on our own thoughts and feelings and experiences, perhaps, on the topic, okay? And then we wrap it all up with a research unit. And so for this unit, there are going to be 4 to 5 topics that you'll be able to choose from, and then build on the texts that I provide and carry out very focused research for a 5-page research essay, which will take all the skills that we've learned thus far and apply them to your own argument, okay? So let's take a look at Unit 1. You can just click on it, and I'll take you right there. So we have some readings here. We have Chapter 1, Chapter 2, which you need to read all of these little quick. They're usually very quick. You can also listen to them if you prefer, if you're more of an auditory learner. So you have the option to read, to listen, or to do both. So if you see in the audio version, it's about 7 minutes long. If you're visual and auditory, you can, like I said, do both. If you want to just read through it, that's fine as well. The important thing to know is that we will have quizzes on each of these chapters and all of the readings. And the quizzes, they're not very long and they're not worth a huge amount of points, each of them individually, but cumulatively, they are worth quite a bit. and they will add up if you're missing them. And I don't really give makeup opportunities, and I'll tell you why. Is the reason I don't do makeups for the quizzes is because they are, you have as many chances as you need to get the right answers. Okay, so you can take it. If you're not happy with your results, you can retake the quiz. And so I don't want it to be a penalty if you don't get the right answers right out the gate. But what I do say is you need to really read the chapters to make the best of it. I mean, you could get through it, I guess, with just guessing, but better to absorb the information, because ultimately your mastery of the information will be shown in the end result of your essay. Okay, so it does jump around a little bit. We go from chapter 2 to chapter 11 to chapter 3, and that's intentional. So don't worry if it's like, why is he doing this? It's to get through some core concepts. And then for the main cumulative assignments, we have a set of brainstorming questions, all right? And then ultimately a summary essay assignment. So the brainstorming questions are a way to get ideas there and to essentially outline your paper and touch on all of the things that you need to know about and need to understand in order to write a successful summary essay. So it's kind of like a first brainstorm attempt at getting a solid draft together. Then I want you to always look at the cumulative assignment, right? So the summary essay asks you to write a detailed and accurate summary of one of these following articles, and you click on it and it will take you to a link. So and for this one you have to kind of scroll down and find it, but it's the first story there. It's right here. That's one option. Or you can write about this. So the conversation is something that we'll be using throughout the semester. It's a free online article repository written by credible academic individuals with lots of credibility and knowledge. And they're short, they're interesting, and the conversation covers a wide variety of different topics and issues. So we'll be using that throughout. So that gets you to the idea that none of the readings cost money. So we don't have to buy any textbooks. Everything's free. I supply all the readings. But to look at the requirements of this essay, you have to do a lot of work to describe key ideas within whichever article that you choose. And to understand how to do that, you have to do the readings, right? You have to do the quizzes. You have to do everything that's on these modules. There are also suggestions, which are not requirements, right? But those most successful students will look at both, okay? And then here's the rubric, what I'm looking for. So it's really important that you follow the syllabus, because the readings aren't always on the to-do list. I have a little bit about me, outcomes, writing center information, student support services if you're in need of some psychiatric help, academic help, anything that you need that's available to you as a student at MiraCosta. There are links here. Some stuff about academic integrity and ChatGPT, which is a reality that we're all wrestling with right now. I'm taking an open mind to this and trying to be fair, but typically, ChatGPT is not considered original writing, right? It's pulling from a repository of information online, so it's not academically rigorous, nor is it academically honest, and it has a lot of ethical issues and concerns. So obviously don't do it. Just write your own stuff, okay? And here's a breakdown. We have four major essays. We have chapter quizzes on grammar, style, mechanics, short writings, and discussions in and out of class. We're not in class, but in the context of our discussions. Here's the grading scale, Late work is not typically accepted unless it's a very serious need. Keep me posted and we can work it out. Here's the schedule, which I will be keeping to as much as humanly possible. Like I said, you need to be consulting this to make sure you're on top of the readings. And for the readings, as I said, they're typically listed along with the cumulative essay assignment. And right now, only syllabus, video communications, and Unit 1 module is open. I'll be opening each module closer to when it is time to start working on that. Okay? So right now we've got assignments up until February 10th, which is when our first essay is due. But it's a summary essay, so it's short, focused, just working on summary. You're not asked to do any analysis or any real analytical work, just being able to accurately and concisely describe an author's argument. Like I said, I'll be checking my email. You can contact me via Canvas message service, or you can email me at mzimmerman@miracosta.edu. And I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up now, and this has already gone longer than I intended, and I am fighting some bronchitis, so my voice is a little funky. But I'll be sending out more videos, greetings, weekly, bi-weekly, thrice weekly even. So keep an eye on your inbox, and I will be looking forward to working with you throughout the semester. Okay, take care. Bye-bye.